Brett Favre and some Mississippi officials looked to be a lot of hot water because they took money that was meant for people in need and put it to ends that made Brett Favre happy and had nothing to do with those people in need, to say the least. That story's getting a lot of attention because Brett Favre's involved, but the truth is, as I try and write in Laboratories of Autocracy, that is the story of state after state all around this country right now, where we're seeing this much broader corruption of public service, where public goods and public assets and dollars are being pushed to the private over and over again. You know, the Brett Favre story is one small example. In Ohio, we've seen massive amounts of public school dollars go into the hands of for-profit companies, including one online school that turned out to be a total scam. Energy bailouts, you name it. All around the country, you'll see this pattern. Why is this happening so quickly and all over the place right now? Well, it's directly tied to the erosion of democracy in these states. Once you don't have accountability back to the public, once you don't have a real democracy, all the incentives get screwed up and lead to all the kinds of cases I just mentioned. First thing that happens when you don't went through gerrymandering and suppression, if you don't have accountability back to the people, if you're reelected no matter what, then falling public outcomes no longer matter. You get reelected even if people are poor, even if schools are worse, even if infrastructure is collapsing. What does matter if you're in power in these places? Keep those private players happy. Keep Brett Favre happy, that for-profit school happy, that energy company happy, because they're going to give you big money. Number three, what do those private players want? For the most part, they want those public goods that would have lifted public outcomes for themselves. Again, money, regulation, you name it. They want it for their own ends, their own profits. And of course, if the public suffers, they don't care. And you don't care either because the public can't affect you. Only those private players can. And that's why they keep giving and giving to the private players, even when it hurts the public outcomes. But of course, you also have an incentive. If this is going to keep going, you have to keep eroding democracy. Because the minute the public has a choice again, they will reject these bad outcomes. The Brett Favre story will continue in state after state unless we revive democracy in state and put the public back in charge.